Big weekend, I guess, for everybody. No,
Yeah.
I saw for you, Sam Roberts.
Yeah.
I'm not. Don't worry, listeners. Please do not be alarmed. We are not going to do a wrestling break. It was Sam Roberts at. No, it would be a bad idea. No. It was Sam Roberts at a wrestling event, but we're not talking about the wrestling event itself. But I do want to talk about the kind of peripheral stuff of why you were there on Father's Day.
Oh.
Because it was a big weekend, and what I'm saying is because of Father's Day for everybody.
Oh.
And how did you get such good tickets?
Yeah, that's true. Where were you?
I was right on the aisle.
I mean, what was the event?
It was No Way Out, WWE's No Way Out pay-per-view.
Did they lock all the doors and chain them? Like
No.
Literally no way out?
But there was one cage match, so you could see where that would work in.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe they just caged or chained all the doors.
So the audience
to the
could
exits.
not
And
leave.
that would seem dangerous because if there's an emergency, a fire or anything, everyone would surely perish.
It's surprisingly very safe for the audience.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No way out. That's kind of a... All right, so it's the cage thing. But now you were sitting very close. You tweeted a picture, of course, braggart, that you had nice seats. How'd you hook those up?
Well, one of the guys who does commentary, named Josh Matthews, hooked it up for me. So I've been hanging out with him a little bit.
Oh, you're using him. He knows you're using him, right?
I'm not using him.
You're hanging out with the guy who does commentary for wrestling, and he doesn't think you're using him.
We're hanging out.
What have you been doing with him?
we were in Hoboken over the weekend.
Homoken?
No, not
Oh, I
Hoboken.
thought you were talking about what you toured. Yeah.
Are you summering with him?
No, we just exchange a text every now and then. He's in town. We hang out. We'll go to the He's like, hey, I'll hook you up for the show.
He says, I need a blowjob, and you say, well, I want to see the show.
If that were the case, it would have been.
Wrestling's answer to Sandusky.
It would have been worth it.
Yeah. Well, it was good seats. You did have very good seats.
Fifth row aisle.
But you abandoned your dad, who just recently performed your nuptials for your grand wedding.
Yeah, well, he lives...
And it's Father's Day, and you weren't even with him.
He lives close by, number one. Number two,
What does that have to do with anything?
I could see him today if I wanted to.
Today's not Father's Day.
It could be.
Oh, I'm sure when you woke up on Christmas morning, run downstairs to an empty tree, your dad just said, we could give him presents tomorrow.
Yeah.
Once you miss the day, it's over, Johnny.
My dad's not one for celebration anyway. And I got two siblings. So my brother and sister. Siblings.
Oh.
He did say siblings.
He did say.
You fucking I replaced him with an E, motherfucker.
I have
Retard.
siblings.
Hope you D.
All right, you have your siblings, and they what represented you?
They were
That's
there.
wonderful.
He had a nice day, and he'll be able to have a second nice day when I come over and say hello and give him a card and everything.
All right, but here's the big thing. Mm-hmm. You just got married. You're supposed to do, like, with the wife, perhaps her father for Father's Day. You didn't even make an appearance the first Father's Day after you're married?
Well, how could she hang out with her father when she was coming to No Way Out?
Oh, no.
Yeah!
Oh, no. That's how she felt when she said her vows.
Yeah,
Man,
no.
you dragged poor Jess all the way to that god-fucking wrestling thing.
She went to the show and had a great time. The seats were great. The show, what a spectacle it was.
I bet.
You know, all the pomp and circumstance and the pageantry.
So not only were you taking, her father is thinking, my little girl, he's taking her away.
Yeah.
You literally took her away from a father on Father's Day.
2 weeks later on Father's Day.
Man, he
Just
couldn't
so-
have been happy.
Just so everybody gets a clear picture of what's to
2
come.
weeks later. Oh, really? You're
This
like,
is the future.
I'm in charge,
I'm in
motherfucker.
charge.
My wife.
We're going to wrestling.
My girl now.
Mm-hmm.
And if Father's Day rolls around and we want to go to wrestling, so be it.
We're going to wrestling.
I don't care even if we just hang out at home.
Right.
No, nothing to do. We're just not coming over.
Maybe we'll watch wrestling DVDs.
Oh, man.
I could have went to that last night. I was at a party with Noam from the Comedy Cellar, had people over. And Keith Robinson was there.
Oh, yeah?
And he was going
Oh, he was.
to, because he had a friend who knows somebody in it and had an extra ticket.
Is it everybody there just from knowing people?
Yeah, I should have went.
Just go.
You should have. Have you ever been to a live show?
Well, yes. I saw Sergeant Slaughter wrestle when I was a kid. My dad took me, and I remember I almost spit in his face.
Why?
Because he walked by that close to me.
He was the patriotic guy.
Yeah, was he?
No, but he was fighting Bob Backlund at the time. I liked Bob Backlund. I didn't go for that.
The Iron Sheik was
And
always his nemesis.
Yeah, Sergeant
wasn't it?
Slaughter
Yes.
was normally a good guy.
No, but he whipped Bob Backlund.
My God, we're talking about wrestling. I didn't want this to happen.
Well, you should go to a show now, though, Jim.
Oh, God.
I would go. I didn't know CM Punk was wrestling. I'd go to see him because I like him.
Of course he's wrestling. He's the WWE champion.
No,
But I know he wrestled every match.
He's the champ. Is he not going to wrestle at a pay-per-view?
Oh, I don't know. How you guys do him every 20 minutes as a pay-per-view?
Yeah.
There's one at 11 o'clock this morning. The fucking on the way to the airport fuel.
Yeah, it's every fucking week.
They don't get like 3 months between matches to actually train and all that stuff. CM Punk will have another match tonight.
Whatever.
Oh, he will.
Yeah.
That wasn't televised?
It was on pay-per-view.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a pay-per-view event. Oh, okay. Did you get on camera?
I think so, yeah. I was getting
Really?
tweets from people
Oh.
that saw my dumb mug.
See, this is when wrestling was
Cheering
good.
Oh, God.
No, it's not.
It's a very old clip here where they just go back and forth
Sergeant
putting each
Slaughter.
other in
And that's Bob
an arm
Backlund.
thing.
Oh, is that Backlund?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's wearing the tights, the old-fashioned tights.
And Sergeant Slaughter's doing the handshake thing.
Yeah.
Looks like they're in Japan, though.
That's great. So you went,
Oh, yeah.
but now I hear tell
I love when you say that.
I hear tell
It's never good for someone after
around the old gossip mill. I hear that somebody wanted to go, just like Sam Roberts, the do his own thing, his own man.
That's right.
Sam Roberts, boss of his household, Sam Roberts.
The real man's man.
Man's man. Someone else wanted to go, but perhaps didn't have that certain confidence and power in his own life that Sam has.
Someone else even had tickets at will call,
Oh, no.
and they went unused.
Now,
That's by the way, very bad. It's in very bad form to leave tickets at will call
my
without
God.
calling and canceling them.
yeah.
I don't know if they were
that's in very
canceled or
bad
not,
form.
but they were at will call.
What kind of dumb?
You know
leave
who else had him
tickets?
at will call? Rodney King. He didn't pick him up either.
He wouldn't have been
Very
able to.
classless move. So our own Erock
Yeah.
could not go to the event.
Poor Erock.
Why?
Why couldn't you go? Let's hear Erock's side, and then let's hear the completely accurate Sam Roberts side. Erock, what's your excuse?
I had to go to a family barbecue for Father's Day that started after 5 p.m.
All right, so so you had to go see your dad and everything, right?
Not my dad.
Oh.
Who has a barbecue after 5 on a Sunday?
I know.
What's that about?
After 5? When did it go to? Like 8:30?
9.
Oh, man, just cut a nice chunk out of your Sunday night.
Yeah.
You know what? You should have seen Mr. Talk on Friday. He had said that he had already called his father-in-law and said, "Listen,
I'm the boss of the household, Alice. I'm the boss.
I'm not going to be able to make it." And his father-in-law
I said I was going to leave early.
and his father-in-law said, "Why?" And he said, "I'm going to a wrestling show."
When I got married, I said 2 things. I do, and I'm the boss.
And his father-in-law said, "Seriously?" And Erock said, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be
Wow.
at the wrestling show."
Did he
be at the
really say
wrestling show.
seriously?
And then he said, why don't you fuck off? Oh, right, maybe he didn't say that.
So wait, you were pressured into going to this god awful 5 p.m. barbecue?
It wasn't awful.
It stunk.
Was it stink?
Was it better than the pay-per-view?
Well, once 8 o'clock hit, no.
No, I didn't think so. 7:30 was pre-show, by the way.
What else is going on in that yard aside from the barbecue? That was fun.
Certainly no volleyball or anything because it's dark. What's going on besides mosquitoes biting everybody? You had no candles.
Eating, drinking, they were playing football.
Sulking. They were playing what?
Family
They were playing
football game in the
What are they
backyard.
what are they, the
What are they,
Kennedys?
Oh, yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yuck.
Throw me a pass.
Do you think it's like Meet the Parents, except they all hate Erock instead of
Oh,
them
of
all
course.
hating Ben Stiller?
All right, you go around. I'll hand it off to you, Erock.
Yeah.
Oh, he fumbles it.
No, they all hand it off to him and then pile on like a fucking in the longest yard.
he fumbles it every time because he's got greasy barbecue chicken fingers.
Who got mayo on the football?
Oh, we got to wash the football again, Erock. So, wow, you didn't go to the wrestling thing. You had
No,
to
didn't
go
get
in
to
the,
go.
the backyard barbecue.
Yeah.
Football in the backyard? A big yard?
Yeah, they have a...
Are they as wealthy as the Nagels? It's one of those arranged marriages, like fucking
Yeah.
King of Thrones.
if not more so.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, King of Thrones. What am I saying?
I say
It's like
King of
Rodney
Thrones
King on the brain.
That'd be the king of drains. Oh, Rodney.
Wow. Yeah,
they
nice.
do all right.
They do all right. You got a pool?
Not at that house, no.
Where do they live?
That
house. Hey, excuse me.
Jeez, the Nagel.
Where do they have a pool?
Her other family has pools. At this particular house, they didn't have a pool.
Other family. What's going on there at the Nagel house?
Where does she live? Jersey?
Yeah.
You know what they didn't have? A wrestling ring with a steel cage around
Oh,
it.
shit.
Did you want to go to the wrestling match?
No escape from the barbecue.
Yeah, I
out.
did want to go.
Escape, whatever
And
the fuck
then-
it's called.
I got talked to because I was streaming the pay-per-view on my phone instead of interacting with the family.
When did you find out you weren't going to get to go to the show?
About 4:30.
And
That late?
Yeah.
Whose edict was
Oh, man.
So I sent a message saying I can't use the tickets.
Oh, you
Please
did?
give them to somebody
Wait,
else.
how did it come at
last minute.
4:30? What happened?
I thought I was going to be able to still leave after a couple hours and head over to the arena, and that wasn't so.
What wasn't so? What happened?
There was a loud discussion as far as this was going to happen. or not.
was there a little tiff at the Nagel residence
Yeah,
about this?
It caused a few problems.
Did you get yelled at?
Sure, if you want to call it that.
You were told you were going to the barbecue and you were not going to some stupid fucking
on.
wrestling thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Wow.
You're like 31 years old.
Oh. And did you see Sam Roberts when you were streaming it on your phone?
I saw-
having all fun with his wife and stuff.
I
Jess
saw
had a blast.
Oh, Jess was having fun.
Why didn't you go with your wife?
she refuses to go to those things.
Oh, no.
Trouble in paradise.
I've asked, but she just will never go to those things.
Wow.
Why?
She hates it.
Wow. That's
Eric
boy.
is
Big
putting
rift.
on the New Jersey Devils jerseys to show support for her.
right, because
He
she
was never
really
any
into
hockey fan before
no.
her.
You guys got to compromise.
Yeah.
That's her way of getting back at you. She's so sick of him lollygagging around the house and just lumping it up in the living room.
With his dumb action figures and everything.
Yeah, and his stupid sneakers, eating fucking lime chips, whatever. What's that? She's had enough.
Wow.
Who told you can't go? Like, who gave you the order?
Well, when you're told, fine, go ahead, you're allowed to go.
Oh, that
I
sounds
knew-
good. When a wife says that, it means you can go, right?
Yeah. But when your car is blocked in on the driveway and she refuses to move her car,
Oh my
and then
God.
starts yelling, so
What did
She
she
yelled
say?
at you in front of her family?
no, this was still at home. This is before we even left for the barbecue.
What did she say?
She wasn't happy. I don't really want to go into it. She just was not having any of this.
No, well, what did she say to
Yeah,
you?
come
It's not
on.
Don't
private.
talk about the whole marriage. Talk about just.
It's not a private situation.
Well, when it gets turned into why do you hate me?
Oh,
And then I'm like,
oh, damn.
Why does she think you hate her? Did you step on her foot? I'm sorry.
See, wives got to understand something like that, though. It's not,
Yeah.
you don't hate them. You just want to do something aside from what she wants to do.
Yeah.
You just love wrestling more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was accused of.
You love scantily clad, muscular men more than your own wife, and that's fine.
And then at the barbecue while I'm watching the pay-per-view, and then she found out I had the pay-per-view on my phone.
Oh, boy.
She started screaming, "Can't you get off your fucking phone for 5 minutes?" And,
Oh, no.
yeah.
Was she drunk?
No, she was not. She was not. She was
How long you been married?
just over a year and a half.
Oh, great.
Oh my God.
Cool. Only 50 years to go.
But you don't think Erock compromises a lot and does her stuff, though?
Yes, of course he does her stuff. He did her stuff
Oh, he
yesterday.
did. What was yesterday?
The barbecue.
Family barbecue.
It was
I
her
mean-
family.
But I mean, is that why she's annoyed that you never compromise?
No, she thinks I get antisocial a lot, so that's her biggest problem.
well, then why does she drag you to places you don't want to be?
See, I wanted to say that and I didn't, but
I mean, you do get antisocial.
I didn't have a problem being at her family. I love her family and everything.
Yeah, but you
I
didn't feel like
just
going to some dumb barbecue at
I
5
wanted-
o'clock.
to go to that pay-per-view.
You like the
that's
McMahons
stupid.
more than her family.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's
Father's
fair.
Day. Imagine Father's Day at the McMahons.
I like the McMahons more than my family. They understand.
Oh, you're
Did your wife
terrible.
have fun?
Yeah, she had a lot of fun.
That's the way you do it. Did you see the families in the afternoon?
No, we call my dad, and
good. Great.
we'll see them during the week. Though we saw him
Oh.
last week. You know, we see her. We live close to the family, so we see him like every couple weeks.
How often does she see her family? Not at all.
More often than I see my family, but not that often.
And she starts screaming at you to get off your fucking phone.
Yeah.
And you did, didn't you, Buster?
Oh man, did he hit that off button quick?
Yeah, he
Buster got right off his phone.
Oh yeah.
No, the pay-per-view stayed on for a while longer, but
Well,
she
you're
was
a rebel.
talking to me.
You are. I think Erock's a bit what they call pussy whipped.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
Pussy whipped,
You're a little
right?
henpecked.
He loves that on his ice cream. Pussy whip. Oh, he doesn't like ice cream. Forgot about that. Cake.
Your sweet sandwiches.
Yeah, sandwiches. Yeah, wow, that's a little pussy whip, though.
Yeah.
You should be like, hey, I'm going. This is a one-time event this week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No Way Out comes but once a year.
Yes.
Oh, I would hate that.
Oh, Erock, that's a sad story.
At what time did you leave the barbecue?
9:30.
Oh, it's too late for a bar.
I
No
kept
one.
saying, I was like, we really need to leave, and we were the last ones to leave.
Oh, were
That
you
was
just
her
milling
punishment.
around
Yeah, it
all
was.
mad that
She
you...
was punishing him.
Dude, I've been in that situation where all I want to do is leave. And I'm walking around and she's still fucking jabberjawing, yip, 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 yip. And I'm just like, fuck, let's go. I want to leave like without saying goodbye or anything. Just jump in the fucking car and go.
Well, I'll say goodbye, but it's just like around 9:30, I should be watching TV in bed already or trying to go to sleep. Not, hey,
Oh,
I
so
got
if you
a
were at the
40-minute drive home. And
Wait, Erock, if you were at the pay-per-view, you would have left early to go home and go to bed by 9:30?
No, that I would have plowed through.
Yeah.
That was done at 11.
Special event. 11, huh? Yeah. Did you watch it at home or was that?
I missed well, I got what I saw on my phone at that point, but the middle to the end of it I lost, which is the really good
Now,
part
why, when you got home, could you not have watched it?
Because I didn't order it through my cable.
But why didn't you watch the rest on your phone?
He's punished.
I was driving.
So why don't you put it on and
It
listen
would take
to
an hour and a half to get home.
It took like 40 minutes.
Could
to
she
get home.
drive?
Why didn't you listen to watch the end of it on your phone? You knew she would fucking unload on
Yeah,
you
he's
if you were
scared.
even home watching it on. She had beaten you down so badly by that point you couldn't even watch it in your own house.
But can't you just be like nice at her things and not be on your phone, and then she will be nice for your things?
Well, she puts up with a lot
Like what?
of my nonsense. So
She didn't let you go to the pay-per-view. You had tickets.
when it comes to family stuff, I really can't.
You had tickets.
argue-
She's probably,
argue over that.
her thinking is this one thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen her and have you seen him? She probably said that to him finally. Have you looked at me and then looked at you? How about you do one thing for me?
One thing.
The pay-per-view.
All I'm asking.
You don't
just
think
the
you should have
barbecue.
compromised?
Absolutely not. He should have been at the pay-per-view. He had tickets.
Do you think that this is the beginning of a fucking downward spiral
Absolutely.
into not doing what he wants?
Forget about it. Oh, I'm sorry.
This is the third act of a downward spiral.
Yeah,
This is definitely not the beginning.
You're gonna start building up resentments.
Eventually-
resentment in marriage is the death knell, man. That is fucking bad.
Eventually she'll be like, no, Monday night is dance night. You can't watch
yeah.
Raw.
Yeah. I resented my wife for not allowing me to have sex with other women unless she was in the room. The resentment just chipped away and really ruined the marriage.
Yeah.
Well, she has probably resentment against him, though. He doesn't resent her. She's probably just tired of him sitting around eating fucking, like, meat ice cream floats or whatever it is he enjoys on a fucking Friday night, just doing
Yeah.
childish things.
Yeah.
Steak martinis.
What was the last
Ice cream
thing?
floats. Coke floats.
What was the
yeah.
last thing she made you do that you really didn't want to do?
Barbecue.
Yeah, go to the
Besides
gym,
that fuck-
That's true. She did get him the personal trainer.
close the
Oh.
fridge. Sorry, Rock.
an event, a family thing, something where you were just like, I don't want to be here, but I'm here
Well,
because
he pretend-
she said.
Gardening.
Whoa, hold the phone. You're
We're
gardening?
redoing the whole back and side of the property.
And what does that entail?
Pulling out what was already there, tilling all the earth, replanting.
You're
mulch.
tilling the earth?
Killing Earth. That's Paw Ingalls.
Holy shit.
Got these tools. We put it in like a corkscrew to rip up the ground, so it churns.
Why
it
do
all
you do
up
it? Hire
and-
someone to do that.
Well, she does that.
The Nagels have some money. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mow the lawn too, and
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Gardening.
yeah.
Gardening? And what are you, pulling weeds and shit?
Well, yeah, I started that, and then I said, "Fuck that!" I hired somebody that comes in and sprays and pulls all the weeds out. Because I
man.
started ripping plants out, not knowing what was a weed and what was
It
a
just
plant.
looks like a weed.
Anything green was just getting yanked out of there.
Would you laugh if you disturbed a hornet nest? Got stung?
That'd be great.
And he got even more bloated because of all the stings.
Oh, that's unnecessary.
Something about
That's
that seed, huh?
She made you do this. She made you do this, and you didn't want to.
Well, it had to be done before we could do other things
Like what?
in the backyard. So other designs and that we're redoing.
Big
Masonry
plans.
work and fencing and
Big plans for the South 40.
yeah,
You should, because she's a big New Jersey Devils fan.
huge.
Next
Really?
season,
Yeah, oh yeah.
you should be like, no, you can't go to the Devils games because you've been ignoring me, and I want a dinner at home with you.
What do you think would happen there, Erock?
She'd laugh.
Oh,
my
Jesus.
God.
She'd call her friend and said, "All right, I got tickets. I'm going."
Guy friend?
No.
Oh, whoosh.
Then how can you possibly let her tell you can't go to a wrestling show?
Pussy
Because
whip.
it's not interfering with a family event. That's
Then schedule a family event on a
Yes.
Devils game.
Exactly.
Oh, man. Yeah. You got to get her back for this, or else you're not a man.
You know how quick I would schedule family events every Devils games.
Every
All of
home
them.
game.
Yep.
Every one.
not a bad idea.
Yeah.
He won't. And she would still. she would ditch him to go to the Devil's game.
He'd be at some family event he doesn't want to be at either.
Should have went.
You shoulda
So
gone.
me and you could have talked about it today. God damn it.
Great.
Both of you on pay-per-view, just big shit-eating grins on your
Yeah,
face.
laughing. I didn't know there was
Oh,
extra
yeah.
tickets there.
Great.
Well, they were just sitting at Wilco. You could have told him you were Eric Nagel.
Nah, you need ID.
Man.
I don't know who to call for wrestling tickets.
I can get you wrestling.
Oh, he'll get you. He'd get anybody. Even Erock.
You're right. They'll always have leftovers from the ones E-Rock's not using.
Just step up to the window and say, Eric Nagel, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, here they are.
Yeah.
Here's two.
Front and center. Are they front row tickets he passed up?
No. I don't think his tickets
They're
are
sort of
no,
like
no, no, no.
what you get at UFC. They're the one level above, so you're even.
I
with
get the
ring.
floor now. I've
Oh,
only
look
had
at
that
him.
a
He's
couple
talking
times.
those tickets. I'm like, yeah, they're really good. And I was at a barbecue. Gas or coals?
That would be gas.
Not even coals.
No.
Damn it.
What'd you eat at the
It
barbecue?
tastes better. Everything.
He ate his sorrows away. All his frustrations.
Oh, yeah.
And
Were
his,
you just chewing your frustrations?
everything he wanted to say to his wife, he said to his steak.
Yeah.
Fuck, wanted to go to that.
I'm going to eat like the Big Show then.
Where were you hiding to watch it on your phone?
I was out in the open. I was sitting outside in the back, where all the tables and chairs were. I was just sitting there with the phone right on the table.
And how long before she came up? How much did you get to see before she came up and said, what the fuck are you doing?
The first time I was watching for about 10 minutes.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
And
She scolded you again?
scolded you.
After that, she was walking around talking to the family and everything, and then she was like, "Where's Eric?" I looked outside. I'm still out there watching on my phone. And then she came out again.
She feels like his mom.
Oh, God,
She
yeah.
does, you know what I
Like,
mean?
I shouldn't have to tell him this.
Yeah.
Like, she's more pissed that she has to tell you than that you're doing it. That pisses women off even more.
Yeah.
You think she's embarrassed by her husband?
Yes.
That he's just sitting out
Yes.
there?
In
She's
front of her-
embarrassed?
I swear she is. Yeah.
And it's her family, and they're like, this is the
Dilly.
guy. Like, this is the guy.
He's out watching wrestling on TV? He's
No, not even on TV, on his cell
on his
phone.
telephone?
Oh, wow.
He's streaming wrestling pay-per-views on his phone.
How much did it cost you on the phone?
It didn't.
He did it illegally.
Oh, ooh, he is a rebel.
Can't you support WWE a little
Why'd
bit?
you steal it?
If I was at home, I would have paid for it.
No, you wouldn't have.
No,
phone, I was
she wouldn't
just
have
like-
allowed that
She
either.
wouldn't have.
Oh, man. You're not putting that shit on my TV. Watch it on your computer.
Do you watch a lot of wrestling at home?
When he's allowed.
Twice a week, 3 times with pay-per-view.
Oh, my God. And she doesn't like it? So what does she do when you're
She
watching these?
watches other shit
Where? In another room?
in another room.
So you two are in separate rooms. You're watching wrestling. She's watching something else. And you do this 3 times a week.
Monday night, Friday night, and then
Friday night.
night is spent watching wrestling while your wife's in another room.
Well, usually it's DVR'd, so I'll
Dude.
watch it at some point. But
So like, and do you ever, like, after a great match, you just want to talk about it with somebody,
Oh, man.
and you go in the room and she just doesn't want to hear it?
She has no fucking
no interest
excitement
in it.
or interest, and you're just like, oh, you know what just happened? I know you're not into this, but let me tell
Yeah.
you. And you're just trying to bounce it off of somebody. And
Phil the Masher pinned Billy Lips. Oh, no, what happened?
lost his hat.
Yeah. Oh, it was great.
You know, as
Oh,
much as she
man.
doesn't like wrestling, Jess knows every character, every finishing move.
course.
Does she
every
not love
storyline.
wrestling?
She doesn't like wrestling.
She doesn't like wrestling, but she loves Sam Roberts.
That's right.
That's the difference.
But we compromise for each other.
How do you compromise for her?
Well, if there are family events for her, I will not be on my phone the whole time. I'll be active with her family.
Oh, no matter what's on, maybe even wrestling.
Wrestling wouldn't be on because
That's
I'd be like,
true.
we're going to the pay-per-view, babe.
You got that right. Okay, all right.
Or if she wanted to, we let her choose the movie. If she wants to go see a chick flick or something, I'm all for it. And I don't pout when we do her things, and so she does my things.
Erock, what happens if, let's say, Friday night rolls around, you come home, you're all set for some wrestling, and candles are lit around the house. You walk in, and she's in some, a nighty type thing, and candles are lit, and she wants to have a romantic Friday night.
I grab a beer and sit down and play EverQuest.
Oh, yeah, well, that's exactly what I did. Boy, they don't like that at all.
No?
When it's
Would you pretend you didn't notice
night.
the candles being lit?
Yes, I did.
It's
I'd
the
just
worst.
Be like, I'd talk about like how my day was just like, oh god, like try to diffuse the whole thing.
It's so hard as a man when you want to avoid fucking, because chicks don't know how to. We're so used to their signals when they want to avoid giving up some puss, but they don't know how to handle when a guy doesn't want to fuck them.
Yeah, and if that's the case, boy, there's a problem in the relationship.
So wait, you would pretend you didn't see the candles and just talk about your day?
Yeah, I would walk in and be like, oh god, like if I was angry or frustrated about my day, that how am I supposed to be all romantic? And I just make myself a Captain of Coke really quickly, very strong. And drink myself into the ability to fuck her. It was horrible.
It is the worst when you know they want dick.
Oh, I did not want to be with her. Ugh.
I don't think this is all Erock's wife's fault, though. I think
of course it's not.
Because Erock doesn't compromise and do things for her, and he buys like Millennium Falcon Legos instead of hanging out with her.
You know what? She does put up with that.
Then she's like, well...
She bought it from me.
Oh. She's like hoping you'd swallow a piece.
How far along are you with that, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
It's the pieces are laid out. I haven't started it yet.
Oh, no. What the fuck?
Why'd you hang out
with her?
with
They're
her?
on a table in the basement right now.
Why?
So
you got to go down into the basement when you're doing this? That's probably keeping you from doing it.
Yeah.
No real windows.
Is there a TV
and
down there?
sunlight. You just
Yeah,
gotta
there's a
walk
TV
stairs.
down there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the steps. Trying to have an elevator put in. Go to the basement.
He's got one of those wheelchairs on the sides. Like, what's her name in The Sopranos?
Yeah, the mother.
Oh, Erock. So when are you gonna have time to do that between wrestling and paying any attention to your wife?
Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have do you guys have a lot of sex? You have to go in like how many times a week, but
We do all right.
Every week?
Yeah, every week.
It's not as much as when you first got together. That never happens, right? Yeah, but
No, that was that was over 6 years ago.
oh wow.
You get along better when you're fucking, man. You really do.
Yeah, you really do.
It's weird. Like I know
Once
you
that
can't keep
drops
that
off,
forever.
It's very difficult once it drops off.
Like you fuck, it's like you're not gonna fuck when you're a year into the relationship like you did the first week. But
yeah, you got to average it out though somewhere.
Yeah.
Once you stop having sex, and then you start thinking like, wow, when was the last time? Oh boy, it is over. Time to bail. That's a big part of it, and it's not just the sex thing. That's kind of an indicator of other shit.
Right.
It's not just we're just not having sex, but everything else is hunky dory.
We have to physically like seeing each other.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Not only
That's it.
Just like not be, because if you're not having sex, you're probably disgusted by each other.
Yeah, you just don't want to fucking see each other or hang around with each other or be alone with each other. There's always got to be some kind of distraction.
And that's death.
Oh, that is the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, there have been times I would, jump into bed and the first thing I would do is grab that remote, try to find something on.
Or you immediately go and lay on your side.
Oh,
So it's like
lay
you're in
on
a
the side,
position
grab the
where-
remote, put a movie on I've seen 80 times. It's not even like it's something new and cool.
Yeah.
This is a good part.
Or give her a kiss that she can't interpret as sexual. Like I used to do that too
Nana?
if I didn't want to fuck. Yeah, like a little pick on a kiss on the fucking the upper chub of the fucking cheek, Mwah. And make it noise. Mwah.
Mwah.
Love you.
Oh.
And then lay down on the other side.
You lay
Lay
down,
down
the
on the
other
other
side.
side.
Oh, my back hurt. Mwah.
Maybe take your arm and fling it over behind you just so it's laying on the quilt on her leg or something maybe. Then that moves within 2 seconds.
I am exhausted.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, well, we haven't had any sex lately or anything. Yeah, it's tired.
You're
It's
tired,
timing.
right? I'm tired.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
tired, right?
Yeah, that happens, in a new relationship. Oh, yeah, just tired. Yeah,
Yeah.
just tired. That's why we didn't fuck 8 times.